Hello, everyone. Today we are reviewing Final Destination 4, or should I say, The Final Destination, in a very confusing twist. They decided to name it The Final Destination. Joining me today to review this movie is a man who claims he could beat the crap out of death anytime he wants, Jack Markham. And he said death better not step up on him because he'll just take him apart with his rapier.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes, I have had a few battles with death to the death, and I'm still here. So,
Yeah,
um,
we can see you, we can't see death, so that means you must have won.
I know. Yeah, you don't see him around, and I'm on. It's because I'm on top of it. You know.
Yes, and just
Yeah.
before we crack on, I just want to say that Owen Quinn will be back soon. He is just taking a little break, but he will be back, so don't fret. You'll have
I
the
was kind of about to. I wasn't sure if I should ask that. It was like because you and him did the first three, and I don't. I hope I'm not kind of pissing on his bonfire a little bit by doing the fourth one.
I think he'll be more than delighted. I think Owen is very sick of the Final Destination movies. I think he's I think he's mentally
Okay,
burnt
fair enough.
out. Yeah, he might send you a medal if anything.
Yeah, he'll probably send me a text later on. Thanks very much for rescuing me from that series.
Yes, if Owen had to do this one, if he had hair, I think he'd pull it out.
Maybe that's what happened to his hair, man.
Do you know what? He did have hair when we started doing this series. Now that I remember, that's what Final Destination does to you.
Yeah. First it comes for your hair, then it comes for your life.
It
You know?
takes each strand of hair in the order it would have fell off anyway.
Yeah. I feel it's a bit of kind of a. I feel like maybe for this one they were really optimistic, but then they realized that it's just another rehash of the first one, and just but repackaged because they named it The Final Destination. So
Yeah.
you're thinking, okay, that's pretty serious. They're serious about this one. But
Mm.
then you watch it and it's like, oh, this is just like the first one. It's the exact same formula.
Yeah.
So maybe they were over optimistic by giving it that title. Uh,
Yeah.
I personally don't like when films do that. Like, Suicide Squad did it, and then the second Suicide Squad was the Suicide Squad. I just think it's kind of stupid. It's
Yeah.
bad naming, in
Especially
my opinion.
because there's not that many years between them.
Yeah, like what is wrong with Suicide Squad 2?
Yeah.
That
It's
everyone
like
would remember that.
yeah, I think they wanted to like do a refresh of sorts. Do you know what I mean? Films do that very quickly lately. It's like, nah, do over. Let's go again.
Yeah, like I mean, isn't there multiple Scream films in the Scream series called Scream? Or am I thinking of another series?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's Halloween I'm thinking of. There is one horror series though where there's like three of the same film
Yeah.
title.
I know Halloween has
Um,
two movies called Halloween.
oh yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And
Yeah.
then the next one comes out. It's called The Halloween.
Too hollow, too ween. All
Oh,
right, so
Harry Potter and the Deathly Halloween.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I did write down one of the characters' names because I realized when I'd finished my notes and finished the film, I didn't know any of the characters' names. So I at least wrote down the protagonist's name. His name is Nick, if anyone's interested.
Oh, okay. So that's his name. I didn't actually catch any of their like. Okay, so I'm literally just after watching it today for the first time. So this is like an outer theater reaction for me.
Yeah,
So
which
I
is that's
honestly
great.
after watching it only an hour ago, I can't remember any names. So
That's because they're not really
uh,
characters, to be fair.
when I was watching it, you know what I was thinking? Do you know how some of these like low budget studios, like when they see a big budget film coming out like Iron Man, they make a film called Metal Man?
Yes.
Do you know that studio that did that?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like this one is like that only for the first Final Destination film.
Do you know what? That's a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah, I couldn't not see it like that when I was watching it. I'm like, this is kind of a just a
Yeah,
rewritten rehash of the first one.
with
Only
terrible.
and they're all the characters are all the same archetypes, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. All right, so we're
So that,
gonna.
that was a bit samey. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they really don't mix up the formula in these movies that much at all.
Mm.
3 tried something new with the photographs, but it just didn't really work. It wasn't just wasn't constructed the best. So
Mm.
props for trying
There was a
something
few.
new.
What was it? I mean, we can't be too hard on it. There was a few funny moments in it. Like a lot of the deaths, I found myself busting my ass laughing at.
In this one,
Say that again.
in this one,
In this one, yeah.
yeah, it's one of my notes is that the deaths are more comedic than anything else, and that some of them just had me in stitches.
I know,
um,
like when your fellow was in the swimming pool and
yeah,
he accidentally knocked on the suction pump and it sucked his intestines out of his body. I was like, that is so ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, and it zaps all the tension. Like, there's just no tension in this movie. For one, because I don't care about any of the characters. For two, the effects aren't very good, and then three, it's just more comedic than anything else. I think they really just did not give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say that to you. It's like it forgets to build tension towards the climax.
Mm,
Because Act 3 comes along and they're just hanging out in the mall and in the shopping mall, and then the two girls are going to see a movie. I'm like, well, this is the climactic act of your film, and there's like kind of nothing that I'm really worried about. I know, like,
yeah,
I'm not worried for any of them really.
yeah, agreed.
Um,
Right, so we're going to start off with the opening accident. So
mhm.
each Final Destination starts off with an opening accident. People die. Someone gets a premonition. You know the drill by now. If you've seen one, you've seen all of them by now.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
will give our opinion at the end uh, of which order we put them in so far. So where will this one fall in line with everyone else? We will do that at the end. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that nonsense. Right. So
no,
the opening accent this time we are at a racing track, and we get the usual foreshadowing where our protagonist Nick, um, he kind of gets signs that something bad might happen. Some bad doings is transpiring,
yeah,
and yeah, the foreshadowing is pretty much falls in line with the rest of the movies, really.
yeah. A lot happens here, and people just kind of let it happen. The chair cracks, and you're like, okay, I can understand how they let that slide. But Nick looks up, and there's a giant cement girder that's about to collapse on top of him, and it's like, hey, is everyone enjoying the race? I'm like, mate, there's like a ton of stone about to fall on your head. You're not thinking of mentioning that, no?
Yeah, if I saw that, I might just
He's
like,
so chilled about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's too chill about it. And
And, the
one
mo-
thing,
and the, I think the motor oil tips over as well. And
yeah,
like in front of everyone, and not a single person thinks to shout, oh, look, that's up tipping over. Someone pick that up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's kind of a lot of that where it's like the characters are just observers
Yeah,
in this scene that happens.
agreed.
Um,
One thing that hits you pretty early as well is that the special effects are really bad in this one. I mean, they're really, really bad.
oh, come here. I have a bit of a thing to mention about the special effects in this film.
Go for it.
I looked up what year this film came out in, because when I was watching it, it was like, do you remember like in like from like 2008 onwards for like about 5 years in the cinema, they were really pushing the resurgence of 3D, and it was like
Yes.
black 3D goggles and it was real D 3D,
Yeah.
and like every couple of months there'll be a new 3D film. This
Mm.
film is absolutely one of those films, because I was watching it and stuff was like flying out at the screen, but it was on Amazon Prime, so I was like, this was literally just made for a 3D cinema.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it seemed like it. And I looked up what year it came out. It came out in 2009, and that was the same year as Avatar and Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, and they were big 3D films when they came out. So it must have been at the height of that kind of 3D era,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It
That's
seems
where I was
that way.
getting off the effects in that.
Yeah, it looks a bit silly when you're just watching it at home. Particularly some of the premonition scenes. You're always getting premonitions and getting clues as to who might die next. Some of them are very much geared towards 3D.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
and like even in like the opening kind of sequence where they're doing the credits, where the knife falls off the counter and it's falling towards you,
yeah,
you can envision that in a cinema, like on a 3D screen,
yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I
So,
feel
and
like they might have put way too much effort into the like 3D effects and too little effort into the
Script.
character development and story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It- yeah, it's all spectacle. Like there's don't expect too much in the way of character work in this one. Also, don't expect an understanding of physics or the human anatomy. So, for example, there's a scene where a tire just slices through a person as though it were a
Oh, that
blade.
was so funny. That was the first moment that made me laugh. When he has the premonition and he runs outside and a bunch of people follow him and the girl's like, "What are you freaking out about, man?" And you can see this giant tire about to just chop her in half. I was like, "Come on, film."
Yeah, we'll actually I'll show an image of that on screen so people can see. Um, yeah, it's like it's fucking Sonic the Hedgehog or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that. Like the bumper of a car chops like two people in half,
Yeah,
and the
like
bumper flies right towards the viewer.
yeah. I mean, the tire coming
Yeah,
at you like that would probably kill you, but it would like jolt your entire body forward. It wouldn't just slice you clean.
yeah, and like this whole scene is like, it's just a carbon copy of the airplane scene from the first film. Do you know, in the way that he has the premonition and then he starts pointing out all the other things that people are saying, like the cowboy sitting down in front of him and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just like I would have liked a little bit more effort. Do you know? Because I'm
100%.
watching
Yeah,
it going, the second one and the third one started the exact same way, and they both referenced the events of the first film in order to explain the plot, and that's
yeah,
what happens here as well.
yes,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, very
So
very little effort into the actual script that I
yeah,
found.
yeah. The script is very very weak, and the special effects and the kind of weird cartoony physics and all that, it really takes you out of the movie. And as you said, it's very hard to be tense watching this movie because it's also cartoonish and comical that you just don't feel any tension.
Well, yeah, like when I was going into this initially, right, I was being really nice to this series going in because I was like, okay, well maybe it'll be like Rocky, where like the first three films, the first one's a masterpiece, and the second two follow the same formula, but they develop the characters, so it's a
Yeah.
brilliant story. And then the fourth one comes out, and it's even better because it's new characters and they're still developing the story. But I was way too nice going in with that mindset because it's just the first film rehashed again, only slightly worse.
Yeah, I would say more than slightly worse. I think it's significantly worse.
I literally can't wait until the day where we rank these, where we have the three of them, the
Oh,
three of us on, and we rank all six of these films
it's
because
gonna
it's going to be
happen.
hard to distinguish which
Yes.
one is, because they're all just so similar.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what's gonna separate this one from this one? But that will happen. Myself, you and Owen will do a final destination ranking one day. I think we've only two more
Yeah.
to go. We have five and then six, right?
Yeah. Now the latest one, Bloodlines, that's number 6, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Right. Um, I'm actually looking forward to doing that one because that one it actually does change up the plot and the formula a bit.
Yeah, I have not
But
seen it yet. I have to watch five first.
yeah, I haven't seen 5 either. So yeah.
Right. So
But
how
yeah, well,
how do you think this opening compares to the openings of the previous ones so far? So we have the airplane explosion, we have the highway pileup, we had the roller coaster, and now we have this racetrack. How would you rate them? What order would you put them in? Which is the best in your opinion?
which was the best?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I still think the first one is the best film in this series out of the ones that I've seen.
Oh no, sorry,
It
not
just
that. We're not going to do that yet. Just in terms of the opening accident. Which opening
sure.
accident?
Okay, so the opening scene. Um,
For me, so far,
how,
it's still number two, the highway pileup. Like it's flawed in terms of presentation and
okay,
characters' logic, but
yeah,
there's a few reasons why I like it. One is you get to see the order in which people die, which is a good idea, and two is like as I said on that video, these films don't have much going for them in terms of story or character, so you might as well elongate the opening accident and make it a bit more of a spectacle. So
yeah.
I think
Um,
I would put that number one. Um,
I think this one probably wins with how ridiculous it is compared to the other openings.
That might be a
Like
fair
this one's
point.
just carnage. Like as soon as it opened, the film opened, and I saw it was a NASCAR track. I'm like, right, some of the cars are gonna blow up and kill a bunch of people.
Yeah,
So it was very predictable,
yeah.
but it was a lot of fun watching it. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm not a sadist, by the way. I don't find this kind of shit funny. It's so ridiculous watching it.
Yeah, yeah, it
It's
is.
hard to feel bad for the people who do get killed because it's so silly.
That's it. You can't buy into it, you know. If they were
Yeah.
more, it's like the very first film and the first death, the kid who slips in the bathtub and gets the thing wrapped around his neck. I felt really bad for him. I'm like, oh fuck, that's
Mm.
awful. But
Yeah, because that's a kind of bit of a cautionary tale right there. It's like be careful in the shower because
yeah,
accidents happen.
and it didn't have like
Um,
really cartoony special effects or anything like that. It was relatively grounded compared to the rest of them, and I think
oh,
that just
we have to get on to the deaths at some point in this film
oh
because some of them
we
are
are
fucking priceless.
oh we
Yeah.
are right. um, all right, so it's been established that death is inevitable, so we know it'll all end badly. So
Mm.
again, that zaps any tension because we know they're not going to get out of any of this okay. So again, we have to ask the question: what's the point of these premonitions? They can't save anyone, so it's just like
Yeah,
and
yeah, and yeah. Okay,
and if
go
like
on.
if death is inevitable, they need to find a way to make it all a bit more interesting, and certainly better character work would help with that. The characters here are not well developed at all, but how do you feel like watching it, knowing that we've established death will always win in the end? So it just kills the tension for me, really.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't catch any kind of tension off it, having watched in the first three, and then having watched in the kind of introductory scene of this one. I just felt zero tension because I'm like, right, either they're gonna play it differently and they're actually gonna beat death and like something different's gonna happen. There's gonna be a twist in the story somehow, uh, or they're all just gonna die, like in the other film. This is a spoiler review, by the way, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
this movie's from 2009, and listen, I wouldn't worry about spoilers. If you plan to watch this movie, it's fine. Don't worry. You might find some of the deaths entertaining, but like, all right,
Yeah, I
go
mean,
on.
uh, yeah, I thought the kind of the characters were very generic in this one. Like at least like in a few of the other ones they had kind of personalities, but in this one I found the main protagonist, he has this kind of childhood innocence about him throughout the whole film.
Yeah,
Like I don't really see any kind of maturing on his part, like fella in the first one had.
yeah, right.
Do you know? I felt like he had this kind of teenage charm about him the whole way through, and I
Yeah,
didn't buy his acting really. Like I said, like when we got on this, I can't remember the names of any of the characters in this film. There was just like the main character, the girlfriend, the jock, the
secure.
racist fella,
Yeah,
the security guard. Like, yeah,
yeah.
they're just archetypes. They're just bland archetypes.
That's it. Because I
No
was
real depth.
I was about to go into one of the characters, and they literally have his name down as just security guard. um,
The
because
cowboy, like,
yeah, the security guard I think is the only one who kind of gets close to being somewhat fleshed out of a character, because he has this kind of tragic backstory. He has the guilt about his family. He was drink driving,
hmm,
and you know it's not a whole lot, but it's something, and there's the basis there for something interesting, which they don't really do anything with, but. I would say he's the closest to being something of a character.
yeah, yeah,
Apart
yeah,
from
because he does
Hunt,
have a
who's
bit of
just like his
he has
character's
a bit of
just douchebag. The Hunt
who?
character, the character called Hunt, the douchebag guy. That's just
Oh, is
basically
he
his
the?
character.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Is he like the jock
Yeah, yeah,
who's
yeah,
like his girlfriend gets upset and leaves, and he's like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out doing what I do best, getting laid. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh mate, like is just
yeah,
give me something to attach myself to. You don't just be that guy in the film.
yeah. I was hoping to do something where he turns around and he's like, I do actually care about you. I'm not that bad. And he maybe tries to he maybe puts himself in danger to save her or something like that. But no, we don't get any of that.
Yeah, he's just kind of a selfish prick throughout
Yeah,
the whole time he's there, and
yeah.
yeah,
So
his was only maybe the second or third funniest death.
yeah, we're gonna get
Um,
into the deaths now in a second. But do you have anything else to
yeah.
say about the security guard dude and his character?
Well, okay, like he did say that like I'm ready to meet my loved ones and stuff. So he actually
Yeah,
did have a bit of depth there, but
yeah,
I kind of felt a little bit like they played it as a joke. Uh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure how to feel about the whole thing where it's like I've been trying to kill myself all day, and every time I try, I fail.
Do you know
It's
what?
like, oh,
Yeah,
so that means you're not next. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know, man. I just felt weird watching this. Like, they
yeah,
they find him after making an attempt on his life, and it's almost like the movie's playing it in a jokey way. It's just I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know, man.
No, I think so. It's yeah. I mean, again, they could have done
But
something really interesting with all that. There's elements there to do something good, but um,
yeah,
yeah, they don't.
it was good to see at least some depth with someone, you know,
Yeah. Well,
because
the thing about character writing is it takes up screen time where we could be seeing people explode into paste.
yeah, and that kind of makes me think even more that their priority with making this film was let's tap into the 3D craze that's going on.
It really seems that
Um,
way, yeah. And it's just really a highlight reel of deaths. That's all this movie is. There's very little of substance.
literally, literally, it just chops from scene to scene of people getting killed. It's like there's no reaction time.
Yes.
You're just you watch someone die, and then like 5 minutes later, someone else dies, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's quick. It's just how many deaths we can cram into a film.
That's it. Right, so let's talk about the deaths because that's really all this film has going for it. So, Jack,
Yeah.
of all the deaths, which one is your favorite? I have a particular favorite. Which one is yours?
Okay, well, do you know the really racist fella who was like, giving the black dude shit, and
That's
he
mine
was like,
too. Yeah.
yeah, oh my god, his death was fucking priceless.
Yes.
It was because he has a pickup truck with a hook on the back of it, right?
Yeah.
And he gets really steam drunk, and he drives over to the security guard's house, I assume to kill him. And then the truck starts
Well,
moving by itself.
I don't think he's going to kill him. I think he's putting a cross on his front lawn and he's going to burn the cross because he's a racist piece of shit.
I know, like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
But then
anyways, yeah,
again, right? There's no tension because you want that guy to die, you know, because he's
yeah,
so
I'm kind of
racist.
rooting for the truck.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, come
I
on, Dad,
don't,
you can do this.
I don't want you to burn a cross, you fucking racist prick.
But yeah, so
Um,
he ends up getting caught in his own truck's hook, and it starts driving off, and then he gets set on fire.
yeah, I know. And the oil tank in the truck starts leaking. And as the truck is rolling away and his foot is attached to the hook, he's dragged behind it, drenched in oil. And the chain on the road starts sparking and burns him alive.
And then he explodes.
Oh god, it's
And
just
right, the bit
I
that got
couldn't stop laughing when I seen that. I was like,
oh man.
I don't know why this is so funny. It's just
And
so
then
fucking
what
funny.
made it even funnier is the man steps outside of his house to see what's going on, and he just sees this man on fire being dragged by a tow truck. And like,
Yeah,
imagine stepping outside your house and seeing that. You're like, what the fuck?
and doesn't
And
the truck like explode and his head lands right next to him?
yes, yes. And to make it even funnier, isn't there a song that's playing as he's being dragged? I believe it's is it Why Can't We Be Friends? Is that the song that's
Oh
playing?
my god, fucking so ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cherry on the cake is it cuts to right, so folks, keep all that in mind, right? And it cuts to a reporter who says details are sketchy on how he was killed. What?
Yeah, and then it just like cuts immediately to the next scene. It's like like
Yeah.
no reaction time or nothing to figure out like what caused the truck to move. Nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
just this happened. Let's move on.
Let's move on from it. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that I cackled when I was watching that. That was just too funny. And it's
I
like,
swear, man, this film is full of like the deaths in this are really funny, and I think they're doing that on purpose. I think with this one,
oh, I think
do you
so.
know,
I think they've decided on a tone and they're going for it. Although I do
it's
think
like
there's times where
ridiculous.
they do want genuine tension and they just don't achieve it.
Um,
We'll get more into that as we go, I guess. But
yeah, I was about to say like, yeah, like where?
yeah, yeah. We'll get more kind of towards the end. I feel like they are actually trying to build tension, but it
Oh,
again,
come here. There was one as well. Now that we're talking about that's the one in the hairdresser salon
I have
was
that
just
next. Yes.
man. They set up so much in the hairdressing salon to kill this woman. And then she's like, okay, bye. And then she leaves. And then there's a lawnmower outside, and the lawnmower goes over a rock, and the rock like goes through her fucking head. And it's like, so
Yes.
all that foreshadowing was for nothing.
Yes. They did the exact same thing in the second movie in the dentist's office where you got all these little bits and pieces happening,
Yeah.
and in the end, it had nothing to do with the death. And I'm like, well, thank you for wasting my time, movie.
Yeah, total waste of time. Like if there's any of those people who like, love to show up to places at like 5 to 6 and go like, oh well, you're closing in 5 minutes. That means like I can avail of your services. And these people just want to go home. And you think that's justified? Just watch this scene in this film, and you might change your mind.
Yeah,
Because she really gets her comeuppance for wasting these barbers' times. I find,
yeah.
you know,
I
because
would
they're
say,
like, flipping
yeah,
her off and cutting her out behind her back.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff in that scene ends up being pointless. As you said, you have all that build up just to
Mm.
get a stone through the eye.
I
um,
know. It was all this foreshadowing. You're like, oh, it's a barber shop, right? That's interesting. Like they have the spinning fan on the ceiling that falls down. That adds up to nothing.
yeah,
And yeah, it just turns out to be a rock that kills her.
yeah. Which was caused by her kids just pegging stones at stuff. So it was
Yeah.
her little brat kids that killed her. um, and then yeah,
Yeah.
we have the swimming pool death where your man gets his inside sucked out of his ass. I guess I don't know exactly how it happened, but it's
No, like they're all, it's so obviously done for comedy though.
oh, a
Because
lot of it.
he accidentally knocks over the suction pump on the pool, and the pool starts sucking out all the water,
Yeah, yeah,
draining it out. Now I don't own a swimming pool, so I don't know if that's how that works, but
yeah. I
we'll
don't
say it
know.
does.
We'll give
Um.
the film the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, and also, the suction pump sucks it out, and then it just cuts away to the next thing. It doesn't even show his body.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what. Yeah, they really just like, kind of.
And wasn't part of it he was arguing with some kid over a squirt gun? That was part of it as well.
Yeah, that was it. I think it was he took the water gun off the kid who squirted him and burst the lilo that the kid was on, and the kid fell in the water, and then
Yeah,
he threw the squirt gun, and the squirt gun hit the switch to drain the pool. That's how
yeah.
nonsensical it is. Yeah,
And he
it's
has
like a
a
cartoon. It's like
yeah.
it's like an episode of Looney Tunes or something
Oh
like
man, it's
this.
like Wile E.
Yeah,
Coyote.
yeah.
It really is. Another one that made me laugh, but I think they're trying to go more serious with this one, but it did make me laugh, is the car wash. I think they're trying to genuinely build up
Oh
tension
my
here,
god,
but
I
just
couldn't stop laughing at this car wash thing, man. When her head was
yeah,
outside the top of the car, it's just
and she's just you just see the car driving with her head stuck outside, and she's screaming as she's going through the car wash. I'm like, that is fucking hilarious.
I know it was just priceless. Like
But I don't think I
all
think
that setup,
the
like she could have drowned in the car, or the blades spinning could have like
yeah.
slashed her face into bits. But then doesn't she like survive it
Yeah,
and
they
she gets
save
out?
her. Yeah, they save her.
Yeah,
Um,
that was so funny. We're just watching her head hanging out the back of the top of the car, just screaming for her life. I don't know why that's so funny.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just so really comical about it, and I think the swimming pool one was more for laughs for sure. I think this one they were trying to go a bit more serious and build tension, and again it just failed. But how and ever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
are we missing?
yeah.
Are
I
we
agree.
missing any deaths? Oh yeah, there's the guy at the mechanic where he gets put through a fence and he gets sliced into little
stop.
pieces.
Jesus. Yeah. Like there's so many times in this where now I hate to swear on your show and all this all the time, but like I'm
Fucking
watching
go
this
for it.
film and so many times I'm like, fuck off, film. Stop
Yeah.
stop doing this.
Piss off movie.
I know, it's like fuck off movie. Don't be on it.
Yeah.
But like
So
that, I mean, I suppose yeah, well, like what you said, the deaths are kind of all this series has going for it because some of them are very kind of creative. And
yeah.
like a fence grinding a man up into little squares. Like I guess it's creative, it's a bit sadistic, but it's funny, I suppose.
Well, that's been vicious.
Yeah, again, that's a bit of a wasted opportunity though in itself though, because you had a garage. Like there's so many dangerous machines in garages.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And they went with a fence. So it's almost like, it's the same with the barber shop. They had so much potential to actually entertain the audience with like the premise of a barber shop, but they wasted it.
Yeah,
and they did the same with the garage. They wasted that setting.
Yeah,
I found.
Yeah, I agree. So there's a scene where the characters all gather together to discuss what's going on, and they mention the first movie, and it is stated once again that they died in the order they were meant to die on the plane, referencing the first film, but that isn't true, and we've established that that's not true. So one of the other films bring that up as well. But they don't die in the order they were meant to die in the plane at all.
I have a feel like kind of feel like they're just recycling the exact same exposition that 2 and 3 also did. It's like there was a flight a few years ago and a guy had a premonition. The other 2 films just did that. They used that in their exposition.
Yeah, and I think it was you that made the point that it's always the first film that's referenced. Why don't they reference the second or third one?
Yeah, I know. It's like the more I watch these, I'm like, are they even aware that in other places across America this is going down? It's not just that flight.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird thing for people to figure out as well. Like it's just so strange. But yeah, that bit of information isn't true.
Do you reckon after these events, like Will Smith from Men in Black shows up with that little gadget and he goes, "Okay, look into the blue light," and then he presses the button and wipes everyone's memory?
I think so, maybe.
Except for, but he wasn't there the first time, so that's why they only remember that one.
All right, so the ending of this movie. So there's that whole thing at the cinema where they build up to this big thing and it explodes and then it flashes back because it was a premonition that the guy had. It's a weird one as well because all the other premonitions were very vague, whereas this one shows exactly what's going to happen. And I'm like, okay, well, why did you do that before?
Do you know, when the premonition kicks in after everyone's been killed and it goes back, I'm like, oh, really? To watch that all again? I thought this was the final climax of the film. It's, because it's done pretty cinematically and, it's fine. They didn't need to jump back and retcon it.
Yeah, especially
I felt that a bit jarring, to be honest. I didn't really like how they did that.
No, especially because if you're familiar with the series, they're all going to die anyway. So they die, we flash back, we have to go through the whole thing again, and then they get saved, but then they die later anyway. Like it's a lot of time wasting, and it's a lot of padding.
I kind of believe that. Are we at the ending now?
We are talking about the ending, so whatever aspect of the ending you want to dig into, go for it.
I think the final scene is the biggest cop-out I've ever seen in a film.
Right.
In terms of how to wrap up the story.
How so?
Because 3 survivors, right? After the cinema and after your man stops the fire and all this. And the main 3 characters are there in a cafe. And then it's like, but wait, we're all still alive. And then a truck just smashes into the cafe and kills all 3 of them. And I think that was the biggest fucking cop-out.
No, Jack, it's smart. It set it up earlier. Do you remember they're at the cafe and he's seen a thing saying it's coming, and then it cuts.
Oh yeah, the name of the cafe was like Death by Caffeine.
Yes,
or something.
Yes. Now I am being sarcastic. It's not clever at all. So near the start of the
No, it's
movie,
super lazy.
there's like a bit of writing scrawled on a table saying it's coming. And then at the end of the movie, they're back there in the same location. That's scribbled out, and it's like it's here. And then the truck plows through the window. So it was all inevitable from the start, and there was nothing anyone could have done, and it just wasted everyone's time.
Yeah, and also as the truck hits them, like it rolls to the credits sequence that's
Yeah,
like animated, and it's their skeletons getting smushed, and you see directed by so and so and all this. And I'm like, so wait, you ended the film and cut to the credits by just smashing a truck into the three main characters. Like that's
that's it.
I
Yeah,
think it's one of the laziest endings to a film I've ever seen. But then again, they like we were saying earlier, it's all about special effects in this one, really.
yeah. It's all
Um,
about spectacle.
I think that's what they were going for in this one over anything else.
So, how would you rate this one? So we're gonna rate one, two, three, and this one in terms of just pure quality. Where does this one land for you, Jack?
Uh, you know, it's funny enough that I'd watch it again because it's fucking really funny. But
That's the thing. I
I don't
think
know.
I was more entertained by this one than three because of how ridiculous it is and how funny it is, unintentionally funny.
Yeah,
um,
is three the one with the roller coaster?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't really remember much about it to be honest.
yeah.
Uh,
It's very
it's been a while.
forgettable.
It's been a while since I've watched like two or three, but I remember the first one quite well.
Yeah,
This one, yeah, this one I just think is the funniest in the series. It's just so comical. It's like watching like Looney Tunes only with real people. And
yeah.
do you know, halfway through I was expecting like a piano to just fall on someone's head and crush them and kill them. That would not
Doing.
be out of place here.
Yeah. They're just standing over a big X. That's the foreshadowing, is the big X, and then the piano just go
Yeah, and also
boing.
there was another foreshadowing that went nowhere. Do you remember that giant, massive, heavy thing that was on a crane and going over the shopping market, and the two girls looked
Yeah,
up, going, "Oh,
yeah,
that's dangerous. That could kill someone." It's like it didn't. It
yeah, yeah.
it safely landed in its destination and killed no one.
Yeah,
So it missed the memo.
it did. It's like, where are you? You missed your mark. So I
Yeah,
think in terms of pure quality, this is probably the worst one so far. But I find it more entertaining than three.
I think so too. I would watch this one again over number three. I think because I just remember number three just kind of bored me because I've watched
Yeah,
them all so far in the last couple of months, and I'm just like, oh, this is just the first one again, only with different people. And
yeah,
you know, it can get a bit boring if you're watching them and
yeah.
they're all the exact same formula.
And
But
three
this
was
one at least was really, really funny. I thought this one, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was surprised at how much I was laughing throughout it.
Well,
um,
like the other ones, like some of them are kind of cautionary tales. Like remember in the second one where all those logs fell off the truck,
yeah,
and now like a bunch of people won't drive behind those trucks
yeah, yeah,
when they're on the motorway because they've seen this film. Like, and this is the same with the sunbeds. It's like you see that scene where the two girls get fried by the sunbed, and you're like, oh shit, be careful with the sunbeds. This one
yeah,
had kind of none of that because this one's like, oh, don't walk outside a barber shop or you might get hit by a rock.
yeah.
There's kind of none of that here.
A stray rock. Don't go through a car wash in case it gets flooded and your head gets stuck outside of your sunroof.
I was waiting for something to chop her head off, man. I was just like, her head was stuck in the sun visor of the car. And I
Yeah,
was like, okay, something's going to chop her head off, but it never happened. She
yeah.
survived.
I I think the pool scene would have been more effective if he drowned, because the idea of being stuck and not being able to get back up to the surface, like that, I think that's pretty terrifying. But the whole thing went so ridiculous.
Hmm.
It's like, I'm just watching a cartoon here.
Yeah. And like, with the pool being drained and his, organs getting sucked out of his body through his arse, like in the suction pump, that could have made for a really fucking horrifying visual
Yeah,
if the filmmakers just took the time to have the main character show up and see his body on the suction pump, like clustered up like a fucking pineapple. I think that would have been really fucking. That would have been a good shot in a
yeah,
horror film, but they just didn't bother.
yeah. I do like that they included one of the deaths is just someone stepping out in front of a bus, because I was a fan of that one in the first one because it's so. As I said before, it's a bit weird that no one hears the bus until it's on camera. But I do like that idea of, oh, you have this lapse in concentration, you step out into traffic. Like, it's something that could easily happen. So you're like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but
Um,
yeah, so to really sum it up, it's more entertaining than three, but it is definitely the worst quality of the lot so far. The rules are very inconsistent. The characters are very weak. The plot is very sloppy. There's no real
yeah.
character arcs, and there's not really much of substance. So if you are gonna watch this,
Mm.
keep all that in mind, and you probably want to sit with a group of friends, have a few drinks, maybe on Halloween, and you'll probably have a good laugh.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally what it is good for. It's a funny film, like that's kind of sadistically funny, but like you said, there's very little story to speak for. There's no tension. You're not attached to any of these characters because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
None of them are really even that interesting, to be honest. They
no,
don't really have much personality about them. It's just very generic character. It's like they're vessels, and the creators are like, right, we'll take these vessels and just kill them in the most creative way possible.
yeah,
And this film is good because it's humorous about it. It's not like
yeah,
the second and third one where they're still trying to somewhat take it seriously.
yeah,
Like this one knows it's ridiculous, and that's what I liked about it.
yeah. And
Yeah,
as I said before, if you are doing something like this where death is inevitable, it is going to win in the end. You have to really put the work in with the characters to make it really engrossing. And there are some really good stories you could tell with that premise, but when you do it in this sort of way, and then we know they're all going to die at the end, you're just kind of sitting around waiting for everyone to have their turn dying. Really,
yeah. Um, no, I know we're not on it yet, but when we get around to doing Bloodlines, that changes it up because there are actually characters you do care about in that film. They
right?
they take the time to give them little moments of personality and human interactions, that help define who they are, and you actually care. Like there's a scene where a fella's posing to a girl, and so you really kind of care that they
Yeah,
survive. But it's this series, so you can probably guess.
yeah.
Um,
I
but the sixth one is good for that because it actually gives them character. It's not just like vessels like this one.
yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Vessels is exactly it. That's the right word. So yeah, I would.
Like crash dummies almost. That's what they are.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
their anatomy doesn't work like humans, so fucking sliced in half by a tire.
Yeah, I imagine you were like spawned into this film series, like in this film series universe. Do you know, if I knew that I was in this film series universe, I wouldn't even hang out with anyone. Just wouldn't even have a gang of friends. I'd, I'd go and live in the woods. Do you know?
Yeah. It's like it was the second one where Clear Rivers put herself into a mental institution to try and hide away from death.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, she comes out to help the other teenagers who are stuck with the curse. And as the viewer, you're looking at her going, "No, get back in the padded cell where you were safe."
But then you
Because
could
she's
with that you could answer.
she's not safe.
Yeah, with that kind of concept, you could ask interesting questions like, is it worth living like that? Because she has to lock herself away. She can't
Mm.
really do anything, and they could dig into how
That's
that,
very
you know,
Yeah, that's a very philosophical take, I suppose you could say.
yeah, it's like,
That's the deeper side of it. Like, is it actually a quality of life just running from this
yeah,
thing that's inevitable forever?
yeah. I would love to see them do something like so the rules are very inconsistent, so it depends on which film you watch, because they do they're inconsistent with the rule of like you can't kill yourself if it's not your turn. They're a bit all over the place with that, but if that was true, imagine what you could do with that story wise. Like you could have one of the characters who's next in line, but they're keeping someone like locked away, so then they're essentially immortal because that person is just locked away somewhere where no harm can come to them, and they look
Mm.
after them and all that kind of stuff. Something like that would be interesting. Like there are things you can do with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I feel like this premise though that they've recycled this much has been done to death though. It's like
No pun
that's why I
intended.
kind of liked Stop. That's not what I meant. But well, it is what I meant. But no, but I think that's why Bloodlines is such a kind of breath of fresh air. I think that's kind of a highlight in this series out of all the sequels, and I hope the seventh one keeps that up and keeps it different. Uh,
I'm looking
I
forward to
kind of
seeing
don't.
six now because I've only heard you talk about it and you've made it sound interesting. So I will certainly.
Well, I just found there's way more going on in that one than there is in these follow-up sequels to the first one. Because
Yeah,
these follow-up sequels are just literally just carbon copies. Only they change the deaths around.
yeah, yeah,
Like I'm talking narrative-wise, they're carbon copies.
yeah,
Um, and
for
you can only
sure.
get away with that so many times, I reckon. But I hope they keep up that pattern in the future with these films if they're going to continue making them and actually change the premise
Yeah,
uh, each time we see it, so it's something interesting
yeah,
to latch onto, rather than just oh, it's this shit again. You know.
yeah. I have started watching five. I only kind of watched the first maybe 20 minutes of it so far. So I got past the opening accident and I got the vibes that it's going to be more of the same. But we shall see if they do anything more interesting with the writing. Uh,
Yeah. Who knows? It could be funnier than this one. Like, because this one was definitely the funny one.
yeah.
I saw this more. I couldn't stop howling laughing at half of the deaths in this. And, like, it made me feel kind of bad.
I've heard from fans that
Like,
uh
for the viewers, if you haven't seen any of them, just watch the first one and then this one because this one is the funny one.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
for
in my
sure.
opinion.
It's a bit of a tonal jump, isn't it? Going from the first one to this.
Yeah, because the first one actually, it's a solid film. Like you can get
Yeah,
behind it.
yeah,
Um,
I like it.
but two and three are just kind of yeah, no, I don't know. They give me fatigue watching them.
They do, yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
why poor Owen Quinn had to tap out. They defeated him. Um, but yeah, so if you enjoyed listening to this, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to check out my work, there'll be a link in the description to Miles and Mary Ashbury. There's a picture of it on screen, a horror novel. And Jack, where can everyone find you?
You can find my work at on Instagram at Tales of Centiverse, where you can have a look at my graphic novel and my comic book universe that I'm creating, and all the progress that I'm putting up, like weekly updates and things like this.
Yeah,
I'll also be doing, like I said on your show before, the Comic Con is that I'm doing is on the 27th, and that's in the Barbican Centre in Drogheda.
yes.
And the organisers have been really sound. They've let me have a table there, and it's shaping up to be a class event. So if you haven't got tickets, get them now.
Get him right
Forgive me
now.
for shamelessly plugging myself there.
No, no, go for it. That's what the end portion of this is for. Flog your shit, like.
Yeah. In fact, I got some news today off the printing firm, Stephen. The variant cover, the books are ready to be collected, so I'm going up there and getting them tonight.
Savage.
So
Really
they're
look
ready to
forward to
go
seeing
because
that.
I've been cracking out loads of merch for this convention because I wanna nail this one. It's my first one, so I don't want to make a balls of it.
Exactly. So if you are interested in Jack's work, go check him out. It's on a Saturday. Go meet Jack Markham himself, the only man who's defeated death in Mortal Kombat. Stabbed him
Yeah,
with
well, so look, you don't see the Grim Reaper walking around, do you, Stephen?
exactly.
That's because I'm on top of it.
I hope at the convention someone comes up to you dressed like Death and just puts his hands up. Come on then, come on, you bastard. You've been
Right, I
talking
might have to
shit
bring a
about me.
weapon. Oh
um,
no, wait, no, wait, don't. I wouldn't try and conflate me and you with death, Stephen, because we've just been talking about Final Destination. So like, we could end up with that curse. I
oh
could, I
yes.
could go to this convention and then have a premonition.
Just me choking on a fucking cheese roll or something.
Imagine that's the plot of Final Destination 7. It's like some Irish lad is at a Comic Con selling his comic, and then he has a premonition, and everyone in the con dies.
Like there you go. There could be a new one.
Oh God.
Because I'm sure they're going to start running out of ideas. It's like, oh, did well, Final Destination 2 took up two ones because they did the roller coaster, but then they did a train crash at the end. So they kind of have ruined that as an idea.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I mean, but how long is it going to be until they run out of ideas with death? Like, I'd say there's loads of creativity there.
Mm.
Like, you've all steamrollers and wrecking balls and stuff. There's loads of shit that can kill you. It's just put a little bit of effort into the narrative.
Yeah,
It'll be more investing, I find.
I think the next one should be an extreme frisbee tournament. Do you know what? With the way physics work in this, like the frisbee will go astray and decapitate someone just clean, just take their head clean off.
Yeah, or like it'll get drenched in like motor oil or something because a bottle of spirits or something will fall on it. Someone will throw it, and then there'll be an electric power line that's sparking it, and then it'll be on fire, and then it'll fly into someone's mouth, and their head will explode. There you go. I just wrote one of the Final Destination deaths.
There you go. Could you imagine that made it in, and you're like, guys, I want a writing credit for that one.
Yeah, fucking hell. Imagine we saw that and we were watching it and we came on back on this show going, they stole our idea.
Although the
It's
idea,
honestly how easy it is to come up with these, though.
the idea of a flaming frisbee coming at someone is quite funny.
Yeah, it would make frisbee a lot more interesting for sure.
It would.
Competitive frisbee.
So we might as well finish off the Final Destination series soon, rather than leaving it too long. We could maybe do the next one next, and then maybe have a break, and then do the sixth one at some stage. When we have them all done, we'll create a Final Destination playlist so you can watch them all from start to finish. I think the first one we did was like 5 months ago, so we've been throwing them out there.
And I would love to, when we are ranking it, to have like the three of us on it, because I would love to hear where Owen ranks them as well.
100%.
I'd imagine he has the same take on these films as we have, but I actually struggle to rank them now that I'm thinking about it. It's hard to put them in order. Yeah, really.
Apart from one, I think so far one is a clear winner.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Definitely.
And then it's a question of which of these. It's kind of like, not to be mean or anything, but it's kind of like you look at 2/3. It's like, well, which one is?
Well, it's like kind of it's like having 3 M&Ms of different colors in front of you and just picking your favorite. And eventually, either you pick your favorite color or just close your eyes and take one.
Yeah,
they taste the exact same.
Yeah, right. That ranking video is coming down the line soon. Once we get them with 5 and then 6, we will discuss when we're going to do all of that. And the ranking video should be really fun. All right, Jack. Anything left to say to the dear viewers before we log out?
What's a good cautionary tale that we learned from this film?
Avoid tires.
Yeah,
they'll cut you.
Don't. If there's someone cutting the grass, do not exit the barbershop.
I'm pretty sure I read that in a fortune cookie once.
Well, someone didn't.
Do you know what? Instead of the premonitions, next one would just be fortune cookies, and they're real ominous.
Oh, how funny would that be? Oh, or like do you know when you're getting your car and you turn on the engine, and some cars have this little dial where it's like, check engine light, check brake fluid. It says like, I don't know, check the crane in front of you. And it's just like a little message on the car is telling you what's going to happen.
Something mad like that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening, and we will be back again soon. Cheerio.
Try now.